السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Does anyone have any questions? So the question is about what is the hadith relating to the beard and how long it can be. The hadith is حف الشارب وعف اللحى. حف الشارب, which means to trim the mustache. وعف اللحى means let the beard grow. That's what it actually means. Okay? Another hadith says, whatever in the lihya that is longer than a handful, then it has to be trimmed. So these are the two ahadith that are authentic on the subject. Now, how long does everybody make his lihya to be? Anywhere in between. Anywhere in between. It cannot be completely shaved, and it cannot be let go forever. That's my understanding. This is what the hadith is guiding us to do. Here I have a set of questions from the sisters, and these are very good questions, it seems. So the first one, it says, where was Yaqub before he had gone to Egypt? Yaqub was in Palestine. That's where he grew up. That's his birthplace. He is not a Palestinian, but he was born in the land of Palestine. And it was way before the peace process. So he was free. The second is, Nuh lived 900 years. Was this only for him, or was it that his people would live longer than he does? There is no authentic reference to tell us how long did his community live. But in the ayat, you understand that he lived within his community. He reached out with da'wah to his community for 1,000 years minus 50. لبث في قومه 1000 سنة إلا 50 عاما. Nuh did not live 900 years. Nuh lived making da'wah for 1,000 years. Okay? So what it is about 1,000 minus 50? That should not be the focus. The focus should be on two other words. One is the word لبث في قومه 1000 سنة. The word sana, which is 1 year, is used. The year in Arabic has two words: sana and am and hawl. Hawl. Hawl means the one that turns around. So every year is called hawl. The word sana is used if the time was rough and tough. تزرعون 7 سنين دأبا فما حصدتم فذروه في سنبله إلا قليلا مما تحصنون ثم يأتي من بعد ذلك 7 عجاف, also سنين. So the word سنين is used for tough time, when the economy is bad, when the produce is not good, when there is not enough food for everybody. ثم يأتي بعد ذلك عام فيه يغاث الناس وفيه يعصرون. This means there will come after that 1 good year. Okay? So لبث Alfa sana means he had trouble with his community, struggling and striving for 1,000 years, except for the last 50. When the original community perished, he lived 50 years in peace and harmony with the community of the believers. So he lived 1,000 years, 950 years struggling, and 50 years in good terms with his community. Do we know if his community lived longer? Nobody could tell, because his community perished in the flood, except for those few who believed with him. So the better answer for this most probably is nobody lived after him except his community of the believers, not the rest of the community. Is organ donation after death considered to be a recurrent type of charity, sadaqah jariyah? Yes, it could be considered as a sadaqah jariyah, despite the fact that, as we mentioned before, some scholars prohibit organ donation altogether on the premise, their premise and their assumption is, since you do not own your body, you cannot dispose of your body. But the rest of the scholars who are living today and the fiqh councils around the world, they agree that organ donation is a big deal of helping some other person live longer and live a better life. Another question, number 4. Allah has honored Adam and the angels have prostrated to him despite the fact that he was eager to own he was eager to become a king by eating the apple. I don't know if it was apple or not, but and then she is citing the ayah, Allah did not prohibit you from this tree except that you may turn into 2 angels or else you become living forever. How did the devil deceive Adam to want to become an angel, and he is better before Allah from the angels? This is quite a question. We know how the devil deceived Adam. He presented him with something that he desires. And we mentioned that the devil knows what you desire. He knows it by observation. He knows it by observation. It is like if he is watching a silent movie, you would know this person seems to be going to kill someone, and then he got the weapon and he is going to his place at night and all of this. So you could figure what the person really wants to do. Iblis and the shaitan are not watching a silent movie. They are watching full-fledged movie. You're telling them what you want when you speak, right? And they are observing where you're heading and what you're doing. So they get to figure your intention and your motives. They use these motives to tempt you. That's the role of the shaitan. So Adam, living in paradise for quite some time, he noticed, Iblis noticed that Adam likes it. He's going around, he's enjoying himself, he and his wife, and so on and so forth. And he knows that Allah told him, do not eat from that tree, because he uses this as his argument, right? So he tricks Adam by saying, Allah didn't stop you from eating from that tree and made it prohibited for you for only one of 2 reasons. Either that if you eat from it, you will turn into an angel, which means you will live forever, or you become eternally here in paradise. Adam definitely wanted to live forever in paradise, because Adam doesn't know, apparently, that he was there for a limited period, because Allah didn't tell him, go enter paradise up to a certain time. He said, "Udkhul anta wa zawjuka al-jannah." Enter, you and your wife, into paradise. He didn't tell him for weeks or months or years, no limit. So Adam likes it. Iblis notices it. He uses it to to tempt him. How did the shaitan convince him that he wants to become an angel? Well, I don't see where in the Quran does it say that Adam wanted to be an angel. This is the temptation of the shaitan. He told him, إِلَّا أَن تَكُونَ مَلَكَيْنِ أَوْ تَكُونَ مِنَ الْخَالِدِينَ. The shaitan picks something that you want and he adds his own. So what Adam wanted is to live in paradise for eternity. That is sure. But Adam didn't say, I want to become an angel. So there's no temptation there. It is deception. How many times we say Allahu Akbar in the beginning of the adhan in the Sunnah? 2 or 4. You say Allahu Akbar, these are 2. And then Allahu Akbar. So the total is 4. What does Allah mean by using the word يطهرن عند النساء في الدين? يطهرن means when their blood ceases to come out. When the period is over, the sign we know is that the blood stops coming. This is يطهرن. But the ayah uses another word. ولا تقربوهن حتى يطهرن. أدي واحدة. And then فإذا تطهرن. When they cleanse themselves, when they take a shower after the blood has ceased to come, then you can have intimate relationship with them. The sister's asking, is it only that the blood ceases to come or also those droplets that come after? It is with those droplets because they are part of the dawrah. They are part of the blood coming out. I think my time is up.